guys, so I'm back. I wanted to talk about how purity culture has become a cult. How it's become toxic and how it has caused a lot of damage. This idea that our entire identity is in our sexuality is bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it the way it is. Because I don't handle that. I don't handle it. I call it like it is. A spade is a spade. And we need to call it like it is. It's crap. Okay? It's utter crap. And yes, it's good to save yourself for marriage. Yes, that's what the Bible teaches. But sexual sin is not somehow greater than all these other sins. And if you think it is, show me in the Bible where it says that. I dare you. Give me the exact verse. I challenge you. And so it's like we see these problems in Christianity, Christian culture, churchianity, where we hypercompensate for the way that the secular culture, what the secular culture is doing. And so we go to the opposite extreme and we become religious extremists. There's people that go on and on and on and on about Muslim extremists. What about all the Christian extremists? We are no different. We are no different. I mean, this was a year ago, but the guy who wrote the book, I Kissed Dating Goodbye, actually no longer considers himself a Christian and is separating from his wife. Why is that? Why is it when people are hyper religious, not relationship, hyper religious, that a lot of these people end up being atheists? A lot of them. I mean, I watch a lot of videos of people that are ex-Catholic or ex-Mormon or ex-this high-demand religion, and they end up atheist or agnostic. And they really believed at one point. It's not people that were kind of half in. These are people that really believed. And it's okay, I never read this guy's book. But I read Dateable. And it's the same thing. It's the same genre, right? And I gotta tell you, my issue with that book is that the entire thesis of the book is, if you're dating in high school or middle school, just know you're not gonna marry that person. Well, I got some news for you. You know what? I am married. I married my high school sweetheart, and I've been married for 2 frickin' years. So you know what? Sometimes it does work out that way. We should be teaching people to seek Jesus, not a list of, do this, don't do that. Otherwise, you're a bad Christian. Otherwise, you're a bad person. That's religion, and it's bullshit. Religion is bullshit. And there's going to be a lot of people that watch this video that get offended by my saying that. But I just, if you're more offended by my saying that word, okay, you would be offended by Paul. Paul said to the Galatians, I wish, in Galatians chapter 5, verse, I believe it's verse 12? Yeah, it's verse 12. It's either verse 12 or verse 18. He said, those that tempt you to go get circumcised like them, I wish they would go the whole way and fully emasculate themselves. I bet in the original Greek it probably said something a little bit stronger than that. I'm willing to bet it said something like, I'm willing to bet it said something like, cut the whole thing off. There's a time to call a spade, and I'm so tired of this, I'm a good person because I haven't had sex before marriage. Honestly, yeah. You are worse than the person that has, if you think like that. Jesus gives the parable of, and I'll list it in this description, but the parable of the publican and the Pharisee. And the Pharisee goes, oh, thank you, God, I'm not like that person. But the publican says, Lord, have mercy on me, a sinner. So we shouldn't be concerned about what other people are doing. Our job is to keep our side of the street clean. Our job is to focus on what is God telling us. And all the rest of it, you know what I'm going to say, is frickin' what? Yes, it is. So that's all I got to say. Bye.